Hello, hi there, Geminis. Hope that you are all well. This is your love horoscope for April 2019. Welcome to my channel. Most people know me as Bella the Secret Psychic because I am a psychic. I don't use tarot cards, and I interpret the information that my spirit guides who I work with send to me. Today, they've been very colourful in how they want to put across how to navigate this month. They've been using all sorts of things, songs, fables, etc. Yours is a little bit of snippets from different places, a little bit on a nursery rhyme, and another little bit around an old Roman, I think, story that actually is very significant to, I think, where Gemini's name even came from, which, if I remember, is the story of Romulus and Remus. Which are two twin boys who were abandoned in a forest and were found by a wolf who mothered them, basically. But that's all I think that's all I know about the story. If you get a chance to read it, because it seems very applicable to you and your circumstances in terms of the moral aspect behind that story for this month. So they've shown me that aspect, which is to identify you as Geminis in this story going forward. And then they show me this kind of nursery rhyme, which is around, you know, Bar Bar Black Sheep. It's that one. And if you don't know it, it's a song about a sheep who goes to collect 3 bags of wool, and everybody says yes. And so they're basically saying here, so I need to break this down. So saying here that you guys have 3 roads to go, but you can't get it wrong in this month. So when it comes to your love life, if you want to take path A, you can do it. It will be successful. You can take path B. It will be successful. You can take part C, it will be successful. Now, when I want to go back to this part of Romulus and Remus who were brought up by a wolf, you know, you would think if you conjure the story, even though I don't know the story fully, you would conjure the story of these 2 young boys running around with a wolf pack, which would make you quite wild. And there is something about your energy, and maybe it's been whipped up in March's retrograde energy, that is feeling a little bit wild and unsettled, in order for you to focus on which door you want to go through. And that's why they're saying it doesn't matter what door you go through, because the answer is yes, yes, and yes. So all you need to decide is which victory is going to suit you the best. And that you have to taper down to find that human side, to not be so wild in your decision making. It's probably why you have 3 and not 1 in the first place, is because it's like, but maybe this and maybe that, and maybe this. Because it feels to me that you are coming across as not wanting to make a mistake. And you're also coming across as not wanting that aspect of you, Geminis. And you guys know what I'm talking about, where you split off from yourself and start to do things that are maybe counteractive, not productive, because of feeling stressed. They're saying, wield the beast in you, wield the Romulus and Remus in you, to be able to focus on which of the 3 paths or doors you want to open up and go into. When I do readings with people, there are some things that are destination stops that are fixed that you can't change, but there is a lot that isn't. A lot is based on our free will, because the universe helps us to grow and expand so that we contribute to this human existence, either individually or collectively, but also that we contribute also to source's expansion, whatever label you want to give it. There is an element that these 3 choices aid towards that individual expansion as well as a collective one, which feels really, really deep. But I've had a few star signs which have had deep things happen to them. But what's positive about yours is that it is about you not being afraid about which door to go down. And I get it, my guides are saying. They get that in the past, perhaps you've opened doors where it's led you to a mess. They're literally saying you can't get this wrong, so relax, or as we say in London, chillax, chill out. Basically, you can't get it wrong. You have 3 bags full, basically. And I think if I think about that fable again, because in that nursery rhyme, they use a black sheep. Now the black sheep, when you use that term, usually indicates somebody who is outcast, who doesn't conform. And if I put that with the Romulus and Remus situation, this wild thing, perhaps your 3 choices, or perhaps one of your 3 choices, perhaps doesn't conform to, society or your family or your friends. Again, if that's the one you're drawn to it. You can't get it wrong, despite what you think other people's opinions are. It doesn't matter. You succeed in that your efforts of the choices that you make. So I have to try to break this down because this is a general reading. So let's just say you're married. Let's say, Gemini, you're married and you've not been feeling very good, and the retrograde has really highlighted some communication issues and some negativities, some paranoia that you're just not happy with, and you're just like, okay, well, my three choices are that I stay in this relationship and remain miserable, or the second choice is I stay in this relationship and I work at it, or the third one is I leave it. Actually, I think the first one's not a positive because I do know your three choices lead to positivity. Whatever choice you make leads to positivity. So I got myself all choked up there. Do what's right for you. Let's just say one of the controversial things is you're running off with somebody else, and that's a controversial thing. If that's what feels right for you, then that is what's right for you. If your choice is that you want to become a hermit, celibate, a nun, a priest, that is what's right for you. Whatever is going to calm the Romulus and Remus in you, so that you don't fracture and split off. Because if I remember, and I might be making this up because I can't remember the story, but I'm sure when they do grow up, that's what happens. Hence why I think your star sign is slightly based on those two characters. I'm sure the Gemini star in the constellation is Romulus and Remus. Anyway, I'm going to stress again, in the month of April, when it comes to your love life, you have three choices, three directions that you can go. This could be three different people also as well. You cannot get it wrong, so choose what's right for you, what's going to keep you calm, what's going to keep the wild beast inside, what's just going to stop you from fracturing, even if that choice, when you're adding the black sheep element, means that other people will frown on you. It's you've got to consider and not everybody else. You'll be happy no matter what your choice is, and I hope that helps.